Hey everybody, I'm Chris Lynn. You may know me from previous fundraising inking of immunity videos where I was begging, pleading for support for our project. Well, we have it, and very soon we will be in Tacoma, Seattle area for the Northwest Tattoo Festival, conducting research on tattooing and immune response. This video is telling you the specifics of how we will be doing that. So one, it's a tutorial for potential research assistants. We have two lined up. We'd like some local research assistants. We're not just researchers, we're teachers. I also want to explain what exactly we'll be asking people to do. So one, our study is looking at the relationship between tattooing and immune response. We think that tattooing primes or benefits the immune response. And the way we do that is we collect saliva samples before, during, and after the tattooing, compare that to tattoo experience. So how does that work, right? Well, first, once we ask a potential participant to participate in our study and they say, yes, I am interested, we walk them through this consent form. So we have approval from our institutional review board at the University of Alabama, where I work. Dr. Howells is at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, and her institution will also be signing off on this. And what that means is all these procedures I'm telling you about have been vetted. They guarantee human subject protection. It says what we are trying to learn. It says why we think this study is important and useful. And it says specifically what each person will be asked to do. So one, they'll be asked to complete a questionnaire. And in fact, we do the filling out of the questionnaire. We walk through this. It looks like this. It's actually shorter than the consent itself, right? So this side asks about tattoo experience and some demographic stuff. And this side asks about stress and some of the medications and substances a person might use in there. And that's how we collect tattoo experience. We fill in how much of a person's body is already tattooed. Then we assess body density. We use a bioimpedance analyzer, right? So you turn this sucker on, take your shoes and socks off, you stand on it, and that tells us body fat percentage, body density, weight. We're going to collect height using what's called a stadiometer, and then we will collect hand grip strength. You've probably seen a hand dynamometer, but you squeeze it as hard as you can. It tells you how strong you are in pounds per square inch that you can squeeze. So we do right hand, then left hand, then right hand, then left hand. Everybody gets to practice because everybody's like, oh, I'm stronger than that. Can I try again? Yes. Usually you're about the same. These are all controls for things that we know are associated with health and immune response. And then we collect the saliva samples, right? So the saliva samples are what we use to extract immunoglobulin A and cortisol and C-reactive protein. So this will be closed. Everybody gets their own. This is a straw, and this is the cryo vial that we collect the saliva in. And so we use a new one of these with a unique ID on it for every sample for every client. Because we're going to do one of these right at the beginning of the tattoo, one of these an hour in, and one of these at the end. So what happens is we rip this open, we take the straw out, we'll be wearing gloves, right? Unscrew the cap for the cryo vial, put the straw on. It's called a passive drool saliva collection procedure. So what you do is you put it up here in your mouth, think about food, stuff that makes you salivate, and then push the saliva or let the saliva passively go in here. It takes a little bit of time, and fill it up to the line right there. Then we take the cap off, straw off, throw that sucker away, put the cap on, put it in our box, freeze it, ship it to our person, Michael Mullenbein, who's an immunologist at Baylor, who's going to be doing our analysis. Don't worry, we're not going to clone you. I have had that question so many times. I don't know how. That's it. That's all I can think of. We're really excited to be out there. We're excited to meet you. We're excited to see you tattooing. If you have any questions, here's my info, email, Facebook, Inking of Immunity on Instagram, Inking of Immunity on Twitter, and see you soon.